again. That was done raining. And it just recently stopped because obviously there's still water coming off the roof here. Balmy 11 Celsius out here. Good. A solid 4.4 amps for morning dimness, which is kind of fun. And the battery's at 52.2. Looking good. Come on in, girls. Let's get some breakfast, India. We're in the grass. I know. Every now and then, Willow gets that special meal, and then she thinks, you know, when she gets the regular food, she thinks, oh, what's this? Dog food? Are you kidding me? Where's the spaghetti? Where's the ham? Sure, man, sometimes it's just gotta be dog food. If it wasn't for what's-her-face munching on all that dog food, it'd be a nice peaceful morning here. I had an opportunity for a lucid dream. I'll tell you about it. I was at a dinner party and I had to go to the bathroom because I actually had to pee in real life, right? And I went in the bathroom. It was a big mess and unusable. And the person who owned the house said, "Oh, you have to go out and use the dock," whatever the hell that is. But that's one of my triggers, is a messy bathroom in my dreams. It usually causes me to say, "Am I dreaming?" But it didn't this time. And so I'd gone outside from this house, and I wasn't quite getting the leaded legs thing that I sometimes get, which is another one of my triggers. But my feet were sliding backwards as I was walking, like it was hard going. And then that's when I said, "Am I dreaming?" And I kind of looked around and I immediately said, "Well, I obviously know I'm not dreaming, but I should do a test." But I didn't. I just kept on in the dream, and that kind of makes me really annoyed. So in real life, every now and then, I do this. This is how you do it in real life. Is you, when you see one of your triggers, or when you think you're experiencing one of your triggers, you stop and say, "Am I dreaming?" And then you do a test to see if you are. So, which is kind of funny when there are other people around and they see you suddenly stop and say, "Am I dreaming?" and then try to push your finger through a wall or something like that. Anyway, the dogs have been fed. Probably anxious to get out there and do something. I'm gonna try and bring in some firewood. And today's supposed to be partly sunny, mix of sun and cloud. I think they're called for 5 hours of sunlight, something like that. And I can kind of see if this haze lifts, it's gonna be nice. It was nice and quiet, and I was talking here, and now you're kicking the tripod. They've got no respect for cinematography, none at all. All right, well, we're gonna get some breakfast. No fancy breakfast this morning. I'm just having oatmeal and toast with peanut butter, coffee, of course. Some strawberries for my oatmeal because they're starting to go off, so I gotta use them up. Yep, just simple stuff. Simple, nutritious. About a whole pile of Eneloop rechargeable batteries, and they're excellent. You can recharge them something like 2,000 times. Been very good, and I haven't. I just recharge them whenever they run down, and they've been really excellent. Oh, now it's saying 14. I almost exclusively use my GoPro when I'm away from the cabin, like when we're on our hikes and stuff. But without a decent tripod for it, it's pretty much unusable at this point. So I've got my DSLR here, and I'm taking it with me at my peril. And I was hoping for the sky to lighten up, but it still looks like it could rain, really. And yeah, I'm pretty nervous about taking my DSLR out there, but I have no choice. Anyway, we're off to see if we can get some firewood. Back! Willow! Willow! Camera. That was frightful. Trail's a little harder to see. This actually isn't a bad spot for the dogs to run around because it's reasonably level and not treacherous. So, yeah. Look at Willow. It's about 12:15. It's like 20 minutes worth of work and an hour and 40 minutes worth of filming. Running back and forth with the camera. I think what I'll do is I'll break for lunch, and then this afternoon I'll go out and I'll just chainsaw up a bunch of lengths, and then I can put the chainsaw away and just drag in the logs. I get really nervous when the dogs are around and I'm running the chainsaw, because like Willow thinks it's a game. She wants to like try and bite the chain and stuff. So dirty. And I'm not sure where I'm going to stack the firewood just yet. It'd be nice if I had, like, there's so much rock around here. It'd be nice if I had one big section I could start stacking. But I don't. And I got to keep them off the ground. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I made a wrap for lunch, but oh, jeez. I didn't film it because I just want to get back out there. So, of course, I'm going to enjoy my lunch here. Oh, I forgot the bacon. The ham in it, so I went through my gear and found this contraption, which will allow me to use the GoPro on this tripod, which is nice. I'll feel a lot easier taking that out in the bush, and the battery will last a lot longer. The only trade-off is it's really hard to set up a shot because there's no display on the GoPro. I can use my phone, I have the GoPro app, but it's just a pain in the ass hauling that out every time. Anyway, heading back out there. Well, there's 3 logs, and then there's 3 more over here. Kind of ran out of space to put them. I wish I'd started over further, moved that brush out of the way, and drove the ATV right over there. So I started dropping them here. In fact, this last one I drove cross country right up there and just left it there. Oh, and the sun decides to come out. So there's still lots out there, but this is a start. Whew, the dogs are whipped, man. Last couple times I came, in fact the last time, Junebug went right over and sat on the ramp there, and she wouldn't leave. And I was driving away to get the next one. I kept looking back, and she wasn't moving. And I was out of sight, and I guess she decided that was it, and she ran after me. But they've had enough. They ran back and forth every time. Plus a couple of times where I just walked back for stuff. And then I started having problems with the ATV. It was going to do this, you know, it kept wanting to stall. In fact, that's where it did stall, and I just left it. So I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know anything about engines, fortunately. Anyway, it's like 20 to 4. It's much earlier than I thought. Also, the black flies are coming out, which is annoying, of course. Willow, always ready to go. Junebug's like, damn it, no more. She'll go, but she knows when she's tired. I dropped the toy. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Come out here. And Willow, I don't know what's up with Willow, but she keeps like snapping at Junebug. And I don't know why. That's a good girl, Junebug. So if the black flies aren't too bad out here, we'll probably just chill for a bit. And check out that turtle on that log down there. I'll get the other camera, see if we can zoom in on him. Two tired doggos. You tired, girls? Jimbo, you tired? Willow, you tired? I want to say it was May of last year when we started coming in again, or when I started coming in. I know my wife and I came in, I think the first weekend in May, and the black flies were bloody awful. Back then there was no escaping them. I could go in the shelter, but they would just come in anyway, and the mosquitoes always found a way in. At least now we can go inside and get away from bugs. So that's nice. So I've got that going for me, which is nice. I'd like to have a beer. I don't have many. I could have a Caesar though. Just need to confirm that it's 5 o'clock somewhere. I believe it is. Remember when I said in an earlier, it might have been yesterday, I found something leaking out of the fridge, thought it was beer. Finally found the source of the leak. It was a punctured Lime-A-Rita. Unfortunately. First I thought it was condensation from the fridge. You know, maybe the water tray was overflowing and going everywhere. But then it smelled like something. It smelled a bit like beer. Lime-A-Rita is not really beer. I brought my death machine for these black flies. But they're pretty quick. I doubt that I can get them. It's weird. After a day working like that, I come in and I found all these things that hurt on me that I didn't really realize at the time. I don't know if I got bitten by a black fly on my ear, but I got this bump on the back of my hand. I don't remember what hit. Sometimes it's just branches along the trail. Like the ATV will catch a branch and it'll swing it and then like flap back and like whip me across the back or across the face or on the hands or something. Really hurts. I don't really kind of notice things like that at the time. I notice them afterwards. I know. Oh yeah, I got a bit of a cut there. Yeah, what hit me? Was it a branch or was it the chain? Oh. It's not that bright out, but I like sunglasses. Let's drink this thing. Cheers, guys. Oh, that's good, but I should also have some water. Make sure. Oh, that's good stuff, man. Are you enjoying this? You seeing this? Can you hear that? Oh, pretty big garbage bait. Whoa! Cool. Just went right down there and went right in the water. Oh, water snake, silly. At least the dog stayed nicely for a change. Good girls. Stay, but good girls. So this is a first. That's annoying. I hope that's not going to do it all summer long. Welcome back, buddy. Are you really going to circle right overhead? gotta be kidding me. Just a circle right over my cabin. Guys, seriously, go check out my November video. This is not the first time. Easterly in direction. I thought he was turning the other way. So there he goes back north again. I'm waving to him. Heading north again. Oh, I see. I've got 2 apple and something meat, and 2 sweet potato and something. You sitting nicely? Are you sitting nicely? Yeah. These ones are the apple ones. We're gonna have to finish that. Hold on, Junebug's not done. Okay, ready? Good girls. Good girls, yeah. That's it. No more. Once again, hidden south. And making a big turn. We're gonna go north again. I don't know how many times is it. What, is it the 5th time this has happened? Making a big circle around my cabin. And there he goes north again. I'm not hungry at all because that big wrap at lunch. But I got these pork chops. Kansas City style barbecue pork loin center cut chops. $4.79 for the pair. So I'm going to eat them. And that's it. Jeez. Alright. Someone turn on a timer. Only had 2 drinks. Don't judge me. filming in Inukshuk Point. Yeah. (19.9 Celsius, 67.8 Fahrenheit. It's pretty comfortable in here. I know it's 21 Celsius outside. It's slightly warmer. Just a really excellent temperature just to be hanging out and sitting on the deck and stuff. Anyway, I have one beer left with an egg sitting on it. One beer. Bone Shaker. I'm sure I've had this before. Unfiltered India Pale Ale. 7.1% alcohol. I am certain that... Yeah. Well, let's open this up and give it a shot. Not much for the unfiltered ones. They really taste harsh. Oh, that's really harsh. Yeah, it's like motor oil. Nope. Bye bye Bone Shaker. So we're gonna really switch things up here. Some vodka, some Kahlua. That looks like the mug. This is the cube I used earlier today. Oh no! That's never happened before. Son of a gun. Alright. Not sure if you're supposed to do one before the other. One, two, and that was like a 3/4-ish of a shot. So, there's still some in there. What the hell? Maybe because it's... When we put it in earlier, it was all frozen. That's weird. Let that thaw. Alright, and then the piece of resistance. Still some ice all over it. A cherry. Or two. And then maybe just a little bit of sauce. The cherry flavor. And there you have a Black Russian for the white Canadian. Will's getting all excited. Black Russian, Daddy? Black Russian? Not for you. Alright. Cheers, guys. Oh, delicious. Haven't had one of those in ages. Guys, I very much doubt I'll have a fire tonight. Because the temperature went up to 20.1. Because I was holding it in my hand, maybe? I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, I doubt I'll have a fire tonight. It's just nice and warm right now, and I haven't looked at the low tonight, but I don't think it's going down too low. And tomorrow is supposed to be even warmer than today, like 25 Celsius or something like that. So, it's nice and comfy. Probably go sit out in the deck for a little bit. enjoy the sun. It's not really a sunset. I can't actually see the sun when it sets, but I can watch it set on the trees, which is kind of nice. Yeah, let's do that while I enjoy my Black Russian. Well, that was delicious. Unfortunately, you can't have too many of these in a row because they're so strong. But the best part is the alcohol-infused cherry at the end. Mmm, delicious. Well, what can you say about rum and Coke? That's pretty much all I got now. I don't even have any Caesars left. There's one Lime-A-Rita. There's the 2 winter ales. Yeah. That's why I want to try and figure out something with vodka and Kahlua and tequila and 20-year-old Taylor Flagate port. Not likely. Oh. What am I missing, guys? You know what I'm missing? Okay, hold on. It's something that goes in here, except I have to take that one home. Jesus. Oh, Christ. Blooper reel time. Something that goes in here. Ah, good recovery, Russell. Shit. Woo! Splurted all over me. Kind of like a bad first date. So clever. Every now and then Willow sees something out there and growl. But it could be anything. It could be the moving grass. Or it could just be something she heard. I've been told expressly that this is the cabin lemon keeper. This one is going home. I don't know what the big deal is. A bit of Kahlua in with my rum. Fill it right to the brim. Give it a lick. I can do that because I'm by myself here. Bachelor life hacks. Give your shot glass a lick so your countertop doesn't get sticky. That cracked me up. Cheers, guys. Whew. Why does it taste so strong? That's good. Good stuff. I'm wearing my my fleece shirt. Not because it's cold, but because the odd mosquito was traveling by the deck. So just to keep my they hit right here and here. Bugs me. Junebug, I think she's never seen a mosquito before because she does this, and then she'll like snap at one, and then she'll chase it a little bit, and she loses it, but she keeps doing this. So I don't think she's ever seen one before. She was born, July, August of last year, so maybe, it's kind of funny to watch. She's a good girl. Catching those mosquitoes. Dad, I don't need no citronella. I don't need no bug spray. I just need a June bug. There aren't a lot of mosquitoes out here, but there's just enough to annoy a little doggy. Boy, in a couple of days, this is going to be a nightmare. Willow is braving the outdoors. Junebug went in to lie on the couch. Peepers are in full bloom. Peepers are in full bloom. What the hell does that mean? You know, I think of the most loquacious things to say when the camera's not rolling. And then when the camera gets rolling, I turn into a someone who can't find his words and say them nicely, eloquently. Ah, shit. Uh-oh. What is it? Something likes to come out. Just, oh. Something over there. Oh, it's a muskrat. Yeah, they come out there and then there's a little waterway that goes up there. And they use that as a trail. Right, mosquito. You just swim along the bank there. I think Willow sees them, but she knows better than to run down there and jump in the water, because the water is not her element. I mean, she likes the water, but as we saw the other day, she prefers land. I can't tell if that's Hank or Gloria. Oh, sticky. Limerita sticky. I still love these, by the way. These little round ice cube things. If you haven't picked up a set of these, what are you waiting for? Do it now. They're on Amazon. I will put the link in the description again, just for you guys. They come in sets of 2. I bought 1 set. Loved them so much, I bought 2 more sets. I have a set here at the cabin, and I have 2 sets at home. Because the kids discovered them. And loved them for their pop. Soda for my American friends. Two Caesars, 1 bone shaker that I didn't drink, so that doesn't count. So 2 Caesars are Black Russian, and this is my second rum and coke. Cheers, guys. Well, guys, I'm not sure how much you can see, but it's cute. Junebug wanted to go inside. Now she went straight up on the couch, and she's asleep. Willow here, on the other hand, just wanted to be out here, lying on the deck and listening to the sounds of nature and stuff. And she's very attentive. She's still watching around, even though, you know, it's almost like, no, Daddy, I'm not watching. Don't look at me. The slightest sound, her head will be back up and she'll be looking around. But she loves it out here. She's got the call of the wild. And it's a nice evening, even though the sun's gone down. But the peepers are out, and there's some various birds singing. And it's kind of cool because at various times of the day and night, different animals will start their noise. During the summer, I think I mentioned it in one of my summer videos last year, like the frogs around the pond, they haven't come out yet. There's tadpoles just now. But at like different times of the day, you'll hear different groups of frogs. They start croaking, croak, 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 and then they'll stop. And then another group, different frogs with a different kind of you know. And it's like 24 hours this sort of thing happens. There's got to be like 50 different types of frogs in there, and they all have their turn. Can you see the Christmas tree? Yeah, you can see the Christmas tree. Love that tree. So Alicia put up a second string of lights on it, and they're just slightly out of sync. I think you can tell. So it's actually kind of cool watching them. You know, they blink out of sync, and then they slowly catch up, and then they're blinking at the same time. That's funny. What's also cool is the mosquitoes that were coming by every once in a while. Not many. One every couple minutes would come by. They're completely gone now. So it is just a really nice evening. Let me get a better angle for you. I don't know if you can see me at all. I'm the guy moving back and forth. Or you probably can't see the trees at all. Maybe just darkness. Can you see my cup? Yeah. It's a nice evening. And I can just faintly see the solar light on top of the beaver lodge flickering. All the other lights are on around the pond. I can see them all. I have actually more in a case. I should bring them out and set them up somewhere. I need to get some... Honestly, I don't know what she saw. She's got pretty good eyes, though. When we went, Alicia and I went across the far. In fact, we went around the. Making it hard for me to talk here, Willow. Willow. Yes. Easter weekend, Alicia and I went all the way around the beaver pond. So we went across the far side. If I'd thought of it, I should have taken some solar lights. It actually takes a fair amount of time to get over there. Killing the mood. It takes a fair, like, I want to say 45 minutes to an hour to get to the far side. It'll be a lot faster when I get the boat in the water, though. She's obviously seen something, and it's got her excited, but not enough to make her fly off the deck. Willow. You scared it off. Willow. You did your job. It's okay. Willow. Well, if she stops any beavers from knocking down any of the hardwoods around here, then that's okay. To be honest, I don't want the beavers to knock down any hardwoods anywhere around the beaver pond because they're so beautiful. I feel like a hypocrite saying that after what I did, you know, to that maple out there, but oh well. Willow. I should put more pop in the fridge. This is my last one. It's like trying to pour it like a beer, but no, you don't pour pop like that. 19 Celsius, 66.2 Fahrenheit. Nice temperature in here still, so I'm not worried. Peepers peepers are still like blaring like crazy. I'm watching a movie called Nick and Ben versus the Zombies or something like that. Kind of one of those indie films. Not bad. Zombie movie. I like post-apocalyptic movies and stories. Cheers, guys. Doggos is out. Two doggos is out. I think my favorite thing to do in the lucid dream is fly. I like flying. Although my best ever dreams were non-lucid dreams. Oh, it's not frozen yet. It's I'll show you. Some ice there though. We'll use it. So two of my best dreams ever. One was I was in this office building with a buddy of mine. We had lightsabers. We were fighting Nazis in this building, and there were zombies, which is hilarious to me. The second one is I was part of a group like the Avengers, and I was flying around and beating the hell out of these people. It was funny as hell. Neither of them were lucid, which I guess is why that happened. Well, there's no more ice for drinks unless unless I want to go with a spaghetti sauce ice. I don't know why I find that so funny. Oh wait. Yeah. I have this thing of ice. We were in St. Vincent and the Grenadines on a sailing ship. I forget where we stopped. I'm gonna, if I remember, which I will later, I'm gonna put it here where we were. Anyway, we stopped at this place and there was this island, man-made island. And there was this guy ran a bar. That's all this was on this little island. Brought out ice like this, great big chunks of ice, and if you ordered a drink, he's like, grab an ice pick and bam, 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 bam. And like, okay, this is the way things are. Happy Island? I want to say it was Happy Island. I feel silly. My memory's so poor. My ice is almost gone. If somebody said to me, not going there. Well guys, it's getting late, so I'm gonna sign off, go to bed. So good night from Raspberry Rock. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.